asked Max what he had been reading in his Bible, and he said he had been reading about Paul on Mars Hill, and he went to lay down on Mars Hill, and he is thinking about how Paul told everybody how God created the world and how God sent his son Jesus because he loves us so much. Max loves to think about his Bible stories and act them out. And he likes to lay on Mars Hill and pretend to be Paul. He wants to know what else Paul did to tell people about Jesus. Hey friends, are you ready to hear about Paul and Silas? Paul told everybody about Jesus in Athens on Mars Hill, and then he traveled with his friend Silas, and something happened. There was an earthquake. Oh my goodness. Do you know what an earthquake is? The ground is very still. It's not moving, just like now. And suddenly, the ground begins to shake and shake and shake and shake. And we call that an earthquake. Have you ever seen an earthquake? I think I would be scared. Paul and Silas were in prison, and we're going to read our Bible story from the Beginner's Bible today. Some people did not like Paul to tell about Jesus. One day, Paul and Silas were telling about Jesus, and they put them in prison. But they weren't worried or scared. They knew God would take care of them. In some of the Bible stories, it tells us how Paul and Silas sang in prison. What do you think they sang about? I think maybe they sang about how much they loved Jesus. That night, God sent an earthquake. It shook so hard that all the prison doors flew open and all the prisoners' chains fell off. The guard thought everyone had escaped, and he was so afraid. Paul told the guard, "Don't be worried, we're all here." The guard was amazed. He invited Paul and Silas to his house. The guard and his family learned about Jesus. The next day, Paul and Silas left to tell others about Jesus. Today, we're going to make a prison. You can use a shoebox and a toilet paper roll. We already have Paul made, and now you can make a Silas. I've already made Silas right here in our prison. They're in our prison, and I think maybe they're singing about Jesus. I think maybe they sang, "Yes, Jesus loves me. Yes, Jesus loves me." And suddenly there was an earthquake. Oh no! But they didn't escape. They waited for the guard to come. Then they went home with the guard. And the guard and his family all believed in Jesus.